Hey, good morning and welcome to Coffee with Todd. And you may notice that I'm in a very different location this morning. That's because I am in Burlington, Vermont. Or I think, is this Burlington?
This is Burlington.
This is Burlington. I'm in Burlington, Vermont. This show is not live, just to let you guys know. So if you are typing comments and I'm ignoring them, I'm not ignoring you. This is all about the guest. I'm here this morning with Ryan Montbleau. Is that the correct?
Yep.
I should have asked you that
That's
before
right.
the show.
Ryan Montbleau, yeah.
He's a singer-songwriter. He lives in Burlington, Vermont, but we'll get into more of that in just a bit. Right now, it's time to grab your cup of coffee. I'm Todd, and Coffee with Todd starts right now. If you're just tuning in, we're here in Burlington, Vermont today for a special on-the-road edition of Coffee with Todd, I suppose. It's on the road. We're on the road. We're still in Vermont, but we're not home. And we're here with singer-songwriter Ryan Montbleau, who spent years touring all over the United States and building a devoted audience and fans all around, both solo and with his band, the Ryan Montbleau Band.
Yeah.
And he's collaborated with artists like Trombone Shorty, which is super cool, Martin Sexton, which is also super cool, sharing the stage with Ani DeFranco, I'm Very Jealous, Todd Schneider, Mavis Staples, which is really cool, and currently getting ready to hit the road with Hayes Carl next month. And he's gracious enough to let us come into his house and do Coffee with Todd. So
It's good to be here. It's nice to have company.
yeah,
Thanks for coming.
yeah.
It's just me and my dog usually here. You know,
Yeah.
so it's nice.
I'm sure we'll see the dog. If you keep your eye over Ryan's shoulder, at some point you will probably.
That's Simon.
Is Simon already there?
Simon is there. Yep.
Oh,
So
I
you
didn't
can't-
know.
He's just a little floppy little
How
pile of laundry.
How perceptive am I? So I forgot to mention you've got a new single out right now, "Nervous." Or
do.
no,
We put out another
there's
one
a
since
newer.
then. We put out one called "We Did All Right," and I have another one coming in just a few weeks. And yeah, I got a new record coming.
I was just gonna ask, does that mean there's a new record?
Yeah, it's coming in the next couple of months. We're gonna put out one more single, probably early February, and then maybe 6 weeks later we'll put out the record. So yeah,
It's with
coming.
the band.
With the band. Yep.
Yeah.
I have a really good band. If I dare say so myself, I have
you
a
do.
killer band, and but I play probably 80% of the shows I play are solo acoustic, and I've always done both. I play solo and I play with a band, and it's kind of it's still me. It's all my music, but the band is like a kind of a special thing. We have to get together every once in a while. But most of what I do is just me and a guitar.
I was gonna ask you like what constitutes like Ryan Montbleau solo and Ryan Montbleau band. Like, is there?
What do you mean, like what constitutes the show or the song
or the albums? I guess. Like how do you decide like, oh, this is gonna be a solo album or this is gonna be a band album?
It's a good question. I have a storied history of having. I've been doing this full time for 23 years, and the first 10 years from 03 to I don't know if my math is off, but it's about the first 10 years from 03 to 2013. I had the same band for about 10 years doing 200 shows a year in a van and trailer all over the country. And that was very much, it was my thing, and I was leading it, and I was writing all the songs, but it was like we were a band together. I actually got inspired years ago when I first started out. I worked at the House of Blues in Boston, Cambridge, and seeing Seth Iacovone come in, and Seth Iacovone said, "We are the Seth Iacovone band." And that was literally, but I didn't, this was way before I lived in Vermont. There was something about seeing that and being like, okay, we can be the me band, which is this weird, I've had this weird thing. So it's still me, it's, but there's something to the band like builds an identity. And so it's that old band finally split. That was a whole storied history of my life. And since then I've been putting together different bands with the same bass player. And now I have like this really amazing band again. I've had great bands over the years and great players kind of come in and out, and so this just felt like it was such a unit. It just felt like we need to call this a Ryan Montbleau band record, but it's still, we go back and forth. It's
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So Seth Iacovone, was he on the bill as just Seth Iacovone, or was
It used to be Seth Iacovone band. He had his trio,
Yeah.
and I saw that trio open for Ray Charles in
my
Lowell,
God.
Mass years ago.
What?
And it was like, I had no, and I knew who Seth was. I had seen him, liked him at the House of Blues and stuff, and then I had no idea there was an opener. Me and my brother went to see Ray Charles, and they were like, "Ladies and gentlemen, Seth Iacovone band," and I was like, my jaw dropped. I was like, "What?" And they killed it. They were great. Yeah,
He was
great.
I haven't seen him in a long time, but I think he's doing a lot of solo stuff now, isn't he?
He plays a lot of gigs.
Yeah.
Still, that guy's a warrior, man. He's like, he's doing his thing.
But like
He's great.
the late '90s, he was cranking like I don't know if this is fable or not, because this is the story I remember from before the internet, because I'm old. I remember them saying like he'd been on the road with Fish and stuff. I don't know
He
how
sat
true
in
that
with
is.
Fish. He's one of the only people who
Okay.
have ever sat in with Fish. There's not many, and I'm pretty sure he
See that?
he did it. I don't know the details, but I know that happened.
He's I saw him open for John Schofield
Yeah.
at the old Higher Ground, where Higher Ground used to be in
Winooski.
Winooski, yeah. And it was the first time I ever saw him, and then I've seen him a few times over the years, but the band was great, and they were just a trio.
Yeah.
Of course, he's such a amazing guitarist that I guess it doesn't.
He's great. Steve Haddock, his drummer, old drummer, I think he still plays with him sometimes, but he's a great friend here in Burlington. I rent his drums from him for the band when I go, and it's all like small world. It all comes around.
That's cool. Well, this is about you though, not him.
All right, we can talk Seth.
Enough
I can
about
try.
Seth Iacovone. No.
I'm no Seth Iacovone, but I know a thing or two, about a thing or two. Seth is amazing.
So I don't think you have a video for We Did All Right yet, but you do have a video for Nervous.
I do.
And it is a really cool video.
Thank you.
I don't know if you shot that yourself.
My
or...
buddy Shane, one of my best friends in the world, he's been my friend since 6th grade. My skateboarding buddy. He lives in Maine now. He's my best bud. He does. He's a pro video photo guy. Like he does some very high end work, and we are just friends. So we were able to like collaborate together. So he did that whole video, and we did it like together. But it was all his. Like he shot each frame of that is an actual photo.
I was wondering.
He shot one at a time, so it's got this jittery thing that fits the Nervous thing, and then there's some straight video and the choruses and stuff. But that's my buddy Shane Corcoran.
So that's actually photography then.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
That's
if you watch
amazing.
it, it's thousands of photographs all shot. He did it live, just shooting, like not automated. He did it all
That's wild.
It's cool.
Like even like when you're walking down the fire escape and all that stuff.
All that. Yeah, we did that up in Maine. Yep. And
How long did that take to do?
it was not as long as it was a few solid days with him, and then he came out and shot the band, and he shot us live. The thing at the end, he had one take to do it. He just came out live with us and shot me at a show in Maine. And did that, and we spent it was great. It was a good excuse for us to hang out together and get to collaborate. Him doing what he does, me doing what I do, and it's I'm really proud of the video.
It's super cool. It's got like Peter Gabriel vibes to it to a certain extent.
The song does.
The song does too. Yeah,
that's my band. I keep saying it, but I really do have a really good band, and I'm proud of that track. I'm proud of all the ones coming on this record, and I stand by everything I've done.
When did you say it's coming out?
It keeps getting pushed a little bit, but probably it'll be probably in March. I think the whole record will be out, and a few singles are already out from it, and it's got 15 tracks on it. And I spent the last 3 years really recording with the band and editing and remote mixing with my buddy James. We co-produced it. He's a great engineer, and
You record in Vermont, or do you record?
We did, not that one. We did, there was a spot in Maine that we did the original tracking, and then Q Division in Boston's a great studio. We did some down there, and some, it's mostly those two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the band, you're here in Vermont, the band, I'm assuming, wasn't formed, or I don't know. Are
No,
they?
so funny. I landed here because I've been here for 9 years, calling this home. I love living in Vermont.
Wow.
But I play everywhere and just kind of come back here to live and only play here, every so often. But here's home. But what I wanted to have, I was like, all right, I'm gonna find a bunch of people in Burlington, and we're gonna base it out of here, and I'm gonna have my band out of here. And I ended up with, my bass players in Massachusetts, my drummers in North Carolina, my keyboard players in Hartford, and my guitar players in Cleveland. So it didn't quite work out that way, but they're some of my favorite people and players who I've met over the years. It's a really special thing. So yeah, it's just the way it worked out.
You just make it happen.
Yeah. So here, Kat Wright took all the best players
Yeah,
here.
she
So
did.
it's like they're all my buddies. I love those guys. It's like, oh man. Yeah. So, but it's that. I mean, it's a special group, so it's worth it. It's a lot of logistics to get together, and that's why we can't play all the time. But
Yeah.
but it's a good group.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about, so you're from Massachusetts.
Yep. Peabody, Mass. North of Peabody.
Peabody. It's not Peabody, it's Peabody.
Anywhere else in the world they'd say Peabody, but we say Peabody.
Oh my God. Yeah, there's a guy, like, I think his name's like Boston Dad or something, and he's telling you how to pronounce all the towns. I was in Chelmsford. I did a show in Chelmsford last spring, and I kept calling it Clemsford, and they were so like, it's Chelmsford. I'm like, it's Clemsford.
Yeah, I love those. Are my, I saw a thing that said Massachusetts, we're not nice, but we're kind. And I was like, that kind of is very true. You just got to get on. People are kind. They will help you out, whatever. But you have to get under the surface.
Right.
That's kind of part of why I live here. It's very much more outwardly friendly here compared to other places in the Northeast, especially where I'm from. Huh. But I love where I'm from. Those are my people. I mean, yeah. Like I said, there are good people everywhere. But yeah, it's funny. And the towns. Good luck if you're not from there. There's all kinds of pronunciations.
Worcester and
Leominster, and they just did a thing on SNL doing that. I think
did they?
Yeah, it's like Matt Damon and Ben Affleck and somebody else, and I haven't seen the whole thing, but they like go through a list of all the town names in Massachusetts and pronounce them all like correctly. Pretty funny.
I saw that on YouTube, but I haven't clicked on it yet. I'm gonna have to do that.
Yeah, I just did. My buddy sent me a screenshot of Matt Damon saying Peabody. It just says Peabody underneath it. But yeah, anyway, Peabody. But it's Peabody. It's right next to Salem, Mass, North Shore, and I grew up there.
Why Vermont? I'm just curious. I mean, I love Vermont. I'm from Vermont.
Because it's the best.
Because it's the best.
No, I see all the places from touring. I really, I mean, I've played in 47 states. I'm about to do Wyoming, so that'll be 48. But I see all the places.
Yeah.
Basically, and I just always loved Burlington. I think. I mean, years ago, I took the ferry over from New York, and just like being on Lake Champlain, like looking at the mountains, and I was like, this is as beautiful as anywhere in the world. I had just seen all these national parks out west and stuff, and so I was like, this is as beautiful as anywhere, and I still believe that.
Yeah.
And I just feel energetically just so good here, and like I said, people are generally friendlier and like a little more, it's a little more like you're part of someone's day. It's less robotic, and I love it here. So
that's cool.
Yeah, I just tried it out years ago. I had some friends here, caught a sunset at Oak Ledge Park, and I was like, I could try this. And I got a furnished place downtown in Burlington to try it out for a summer, and I've been here for 9 years ever since. Now I bought this house, and
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's good.
There really is something to it, like, growing up. I come from the Northeast Kingdom, which I don't know if you've been up there yet.
I've been, not much, but
we'll get you.
I saw Bread and Puppet up there.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you gotta go Bread and Puppet.
They came to, when I lived in Lawrence, Mass. They came and did a thing in the park. It was like an anniversary of the Bread and Roses. Is that what it's called? There was like a worker like revolt, famous, like, because it's all the old mills down there, and they came and did a performance with all these other acts in the park, and that was so the first time I saw Bread and Circus, Bread and Puppet was
in Massachusetts.
Mass,
Yeah.
and then I went and saw them in the Kingdom. That was amazing.
Yeah, well, they originated from in like I don't know if it was Brooklyn or Manhattan or somewhere in New York, and he wanted Peter. I cannot remember the guy's name that started it, but he wanted a place where he could do his own theaters, and Glover, Vermont is where they chose. And there's nothing in Glover, Vermont except for a convenience store, a nursing home, and one of the best pizza places that you'll ever... Parker Pie.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's in West Glover. Yeah.
I gotta go.
I'll bring you. It's great.
Okay.
Because if it involves pizza, like... I'm in.
Me too.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah,
All right,
totally.
we'll go. It's super good pizza. But when I was growing up, you know, this is like we didn't have MTV here because we didn't like really have cable. The joke is like the Northeast Kingdom was always 5 years behind the rest of the country. But my parents were always like, "This is one of the most beautiful places on earth. You'll appreciate it someday." And as a teenager, you're like, "Yeah." But you're right. Like. It really is.
I love this state. I love, and you know, I you know, Massachusetts will always be home in a way because I grew up there. My mother's there. It's, you know, I'm a Mass guy. Someone gave me a Vermont AF sticker years ago, and I was like, I you know, I'm not
That's
Vermont
not your
AF, but I love living here. Maybe I'll grow into that.
Maybe.
But
well, the problem is that this is probably Burlington's probably different than like where I come from. We've got, you know, like 50th generation Vermont, or maybe not 50th.
Sure.
I don't know how many generations there are. But,
a lot.
But like, no matter where you're from, you're always a Flatlander, right? I worked with a guy in radio years ago that was from Montana, and they were calling him a Flatlander. And he was like, "My house is at a higher altitude than this whole damn state."
Flatlander.
They're like, "Doesn't matter, you're a Flatlander." It's just, so, you know, you may be Vermont AF, but... You know, especially in the... But I think it's probably different in Burlington because there's a lot more... well, it's a bigger population for one, but you've got colleges here. You've got more industry.
And,
a lot more transplants. Though COVID really... a lot of people moved to Vermont during COVID, and most of them have stayed.
Makes sense. I mean, if you can... it's just... as much as there's more people in Burlington, it's still generally just a smaller population, smaller economy than other. You know, that's part of what makes it so awesome. So if you can swing it, if you can work here, if you can. So I survive by working elsewhere, basically,
Sure.
And I play here too, but I don't survive off of like me just playing here.
Right.
But
yeah,
I live here because I love it.
Because you love it. Well, that's cool. Well, I had no idea you lived here. Now I do. Now, every time I come to Burlington, I'm going to be like, "Hey, man, I don't feel like a hotel tonight." No, I'm just kidding.
I got rooms. Come on, bud. It's just me and Simon in here now, so I got an extra bedroom.
All right. Well, we'll get you up to the Kingdom, and you'll see the other lake. We'll take you out on the other lake. We'll see if my brother has a boat, so we'll see if he'll take us out.
I'm down.
Lake Memphremagog.
I would love to see it. I need to explore more of Vermont.
Yeah. Well, we'll get you up to sing in the Northeast Kingdom, and
yes.
you know, I'm such a scatterbrained person because I just get to talking, and I've told you I was going to have you sing a song at the beginning of the show.
I'm still ready.
I mean, so because just in case you don't know who Ryan Montbleau is, now you know a lot about him, but you still haven't heard him sing yet. So would you like to sing a song for us?
I would be glad to.
I apologize. I told him.
All right.
I was like, "Ryan, I'm going to come on, I'm going to introduce you, and I'm going to immediately have you sing a song."
That's all good, man.
You know,
this business is a lot of hurry up and wait. You know, it's like,
sure.
You gotta be ready. This is called 75 and Sunny.
Sweet.
And I wrote this a long time ago. I put this out in 2007 for the first time, I think. And this is like one of my staples. I wrote this on one of the worst hangovers of my life many, many years ago on the island of St. Croix. I'd had a bad night. I mean, a night so bad I thought I was king of the world. And I drank till daylight. I mean, I never stopped once until my hands finally fell. And I fought my daytime self with a mighty dose of, hey, look at nighttime me. And I never do win that battle, but I fight it over and over and over, it seems. And I saw an old man smiling on a park bench feeding the pigeons. My head was spinning, and as my young body ached, I wished for an old man's vision. And I watched the way he moved, slow, serene, and lucky to be alive. Thought to myself, I'm never gonna make it that far. Too many more nights like last night. And I'd rather be 75 and sunny than acting like I'm 17 and freezing again. I'd rather be up early in the morning than up late at night again erasing memories of where I've been. Or to be through at 52 someday, stone-faced, bleary-eyed. You better believe I'm living for the moment, but my moment's growing bigger by and by. And I got a best friend. She don't drink or smoke like I've been known to. And she's got religion. And she's a one-woman dynamo and lights up every room she goes to. She says the light that's there won't go nowhere, no way. She don't spend every second smiling, but she's learning something exciting every day. She'd rather be 75 and sunny than 29 with a chance of showers all the time. She'd rather be old as dirt than new as any $9 bottle of wine. Or to be thought at 35 on a stone with her back to the wind. You better believe she living for the moment, but her moment is the whole damn thing. And I see these spin kids, double wide-eyed rolling and rolling and tumbling. And they're rolling in inches, taking the high dive approach and screaming towards the water. Their hearts race a million miles as they buy another smile from a jar. Their bodies are screaming for the water, and you know, and I just hope they can make it that far. I hope they're 75 and sunny, not 29 with a chance of flurries all the time. I hope we're all old as dirt, not new as every $25 ride that we try. Or to be thought at 35 on the stone with our backs to the wind. You better believe I'm living for the moment, but my moment, son's the whole damn thing. And I say I'd rather be 75, oh how nice, how easy for me to say. I've never broken a bone in my life, let alone had my heart or a hip replaced. And I keep this furious pace, and I still feel so good and strong. And I do get tempted for a taste, just a taste, to keep me going, 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 going. Yeah, but I got a notion that everything I've learned has been coming around. And my devotion to the new thing and the next thing and the hip thing is slowing down. And I've got a light in here and won't go nowhere, no way. And I don't spend every second smiling. But I'm excited to be on Coffee with Todd today. In my house. Because I'd rather be 75 and sunny than 29 with a chance of showers all the time. I'm 48. I'd rather be old and in the way than this year's new kid running for my life. Or to be through at 52 someday, stone-faced, bleary-eyed. You better believe I'm living for the moment, but my moment. Better believe I'm living for the moment, but these moments. You better believe I'm living for the moment, but my moment's growing bigger by and by. By and by. By and by. Cool by and by.
Yeah. I never know if I'm supposed to clap.
Probably not. I've learned, it's like one person clapping in a room.
Yeah.
Danielle, the spirit is good. It's just like it doesn't sound great.
Danielle does it because I don't always have guests on Coffee with Todd. Sometimes it's just drinking coffee and I sing some songs, and she always claps, and it's kind of funny because
it's weird because you want to. It's nice.
Yeah.
I've done it on my own live streams and stuff, and it's nice. But there's something about one. It sounds kind of sad.
Well, if Danielle was here, she would have clapped.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Danielle. I can hear it in my head. It sounds beautiful.
Yeah. I'll clap after the next song. That's such a great song, man.
Thank you.
I don't remember the Coffee with Todd lyrics being in it though. That's
new.
Must be new.
That about the last year or so.
About the last year or so, yeah. We've known each other now for 20 minutes.
Yeah. No, we met before.
We met. Yeah.
We got back.
I was telling Ryan this story, but I think it's funny for the thing. So we met in St. Albans in December. I think it was December. Mm-hmm. It was our mutual friend Steve Hartman was doing a singer-songwriter contest, American Idol thing or whatever it was, and you were a judge, right?
I was a judge. Yeah.
You were a
celebrity
judge. So he's playing a bunch of music as people are coming in. Danielle and I got there like crazy early because we wanted to eat first. And Danielle has she has celiac and like a lot of food allergies. So if you get someplace early, you can talk to the cooks and make sure they're not throwing flour all over. So we got there early and ate, and he's playing music, and I don't remember which song of yours was on. I'm pretty sure it was Brightside, but I don't remember. And she Shazammed it. And she's looking, and she goes, "Do you know who this guy is?" And then this guy walks in the door, and she's like, "Is that him?" I'm like, "I think. I don't know. I mean,
I love it.
You had the same hat on."
Yeah, which is pretty normal for me.
Whatever your Shazam picture
but I love it.
is.
As I was saying, she should have, like, if you Shazammed other songs, would they come walking through the door?
Right?
Maybe if she Shazammed like
Emmy
a Rolling
Lou
Stones song,
Harris.
and Mick Jagger walks through the door.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love that though.
Emmy Lou Harris.
Yeah. I would love if Emmy Lou Harris walked through the door.
Oh my God. Yeah, in St. Albans.
That should happen.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure she must have played the Flynn, I would assume, at some point.
I would assume too.
Yeah. I've never seen a Emmylou Harris concert, but I've seen Steve Earle a number of times, and whenever, especially in Nashville, Emmylou will just pop on stage and sing with Steve, and it's cool. But
I saw her at the Ryman at the Americana Awards.
Nice.
Maybe, which is a few months ago, and it's amazing because it's like they're doing like a TV show thing. Like John C. Reilly was hosting it, and then they do these like breaks, and they have to make sure. And it was like, and I didn't know who's gonna. I love like not knowing who's gonna come out on stage. I didn't look at the lineup specifically so I could be surprised because they always have all these different people come on and sing one song. Yeah. And I look up on stage and it was kind of dark, and I was like, that's Emmylou Harris. And it was her and Daniel Lanois waiting for like the break to be over so they could play. And it was like, it was awesome just to witness a human moment of like, they're very famous, brilliant legends, but they got to tune their guitars and wait, and they got to wait for the cue. It was like a very human, like, they still got to be like ready to go, and they can't go when they're ready. They have to wait when for when the production's ready. It was just like, and of course they nailed it.
I'm sure. Did John C. Reilly do any? I can't remember. What's the name of his project? His music project.
Well, he did Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. He did the soundtrack for that.
Yeah.
It was some of the funniest songs I've ever heard on that. And then he did like this old timey. I forget what it's called.
It's like a lot of old American songbook things.
Yeah, he did that.
It's so good.
It was great. Yeah, he was really great.
What is
it? But the Dewey Cox tracks I play them regularly.
Do you?
There's some really, really funny ones.
Such a great movie.
It's so good.
Oh my God, I want to watch that again. It's
that
been a long time.
Yeah, I should do that too.
How old is that movie? It's been out for.
Yeah, that's got to be at least 10 years. I would say. More.
I bet it's more than that.
Yeah, 15 maybe. I love that. I love that movie.
He's a riot.
It's crazy. That movie's crazy.
Well, I think I want to talk about your writing process, because I'm very curious. You're a very good writer.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, and I'm always. So this is the part of the show where we'll dork out a little bit. So those of you that aren't interested can, I don't know, go on TikTok or something.
No, learn about songwriting.
Yeah, you should. And then we're gonna learn about like guitars and like strings and.
Great.
Do you, what is your process like? Because I hear this is. Can I tell you what I think it is?
Sure.
I feel like there's
Your
a stream of. That's right. I feel like there's like a stream of consciousness thing going on, because in some of your lyrics, man, you just go in like a place that's so not expected. It's like a little bit funny. It's a little, which is amazing.
I think that's what keeps it interesting. But I think I work really hard on them, and I work really hard on the lyrics to get them right. And I'll tell you my process too. But it's like the end result sounds like it's stream of consciousness, and it sounds like it's just flowing out of me. You know what I mean? But I've played that last song thousands of times. Like it's like. I wrote it to come out that way. It has to fit in rhythmically, and the writing for me is more of a discovery process. I think for a lot of people, but you kind of discover what's under there as opposed to like, this is what I want to write about. I'm going to do it. This is exactly what I want to say. Yeah. It's more just like it usually starts on the guitar or drum track or something. It's it starts with a sound, and then it's just like make a joyful noise, mumble. Whatever you have to, and I can sort of immediately hear in my head like a melody. When a song comes out of me, it like kind of buzzes through me. The better ones do. Like I can't sort of shut it off, and it feels good to like sing it and I'll sing it around the house or whatever, in the car or whatever, but I don't know what I'm saying yet. So it's a little frustrating because I want the words, but I don't have them yet. Then I have to sit down and do the work. Some of them take years, I'm always working on many. I have all these different files and all different stuff, things on my phone, and you just some of it's just chipping away at them line by line by line. And I'll try many different lines, or I'll have pages of lyrics for a song, and it's just like you have this inner compass, and you sort of know when it's right and when it isn't. And certain lines is just like, there's something about that I like, and it just fits rhythmically and it fits thematically, and then. Or just, I don't know what the theme is at first, and you're just kind of uncovering like this fossil under the ground, and you just gotta see what's under there.
It's always interesting because everybody writes so different. I've always been jealous of people that can just be like, I'm gonna write a song about a turtle.
That's a turtle. That's a turtle. It's a candle of a turtle.
It's a candle. It's a candle of a turtle.
It's a real turtle.
It's a real turtle that's been encased in wax. Because I write similar to you, is that I don't really sit down with any idea of what I'm going to write.
I don't know how people can. I heard Jimmy Webb wrote that way. I'm sure people do it, or some people say you have to know what you're going to talk about first, or know what you're writing about. It's like, I don't know, man. It doesn't work that way for me, generally.
Have you ever written something that you really like lyrically, and then tried to put music to it, and just like, I can't?
It's tough. I would like to actually do that more, just as an exercise, you know what I mean? But it's usually, it's really the sound first. It's like, I can hear how I want it to sound, and it's like, well, what am I saying? And then you sort of hear, you can record yourself mumbling things over something, and then you sort of hear these words that want to come out.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, what is that? You kind of start sketching it out, and then you're just kind of like, oh, I see what this is. And then, it's just, that's where the work is like, like, I read, I think it was in Stephen King's book, On Writing, which is a great book. I think it was that, or maybe I get it mixed up with like Paul Simon's a big hero of mine, and his interview, and but anyway, the point was like, it's not like you're digging for treasure under the ground and you get the backhoe and you just rip up the land and you dig for this perfect gold treasure. It's like you're more like an archaeologist, where there's this thing under the ground and you use a shovel at first and stuff, but then eventually you got to get in there with the toothbrush and the little fine-tooth things and just uncover this sort of sometimes gentle thing that's under there.
Right.
I definitely look at it more like that.
And hopefully it's a good fossil. And it's
Hopefully,
hopefully it's not a piece of garbage that's been buried for.
Totally. I think I've recovered some pieces of garbage before, but yeah, hopefully. But I'm stubborn. Like once I have I really try to finish them. Obviously, they don't all get finished, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched not watched. Maybe I didn't watch a podcast. I listened to a podcast.
You can now.
You can, yeah. I listened to a couple podcasts with you on it to just kind of.
Huh.
I do my research. You know,
Very professional.
Years of radio have taught me to as chaotic as this looks. It's very planned. No,
this is very intense and stressful right now.
Yeah,
it may look easy, but
there's a whole studio audience here.
Simon,
Simon, you mentioned that you don't throw anything away. So which I thought was kind of interesting because in my cellar I have boxes of papers that I haven't looked at for 20 years and may never, but I can't throw.
It's always.
I shouldn't specify. He throws away garbage and stuff. We're talking about
I throw some
lyrics.
things away. Yeah,
we're talking about lyrics. He's not a hoarder.
Yeah, you should see the next room.
This house is crazy.
No, but I'm like that too. Is you never know. And I have all my old notebooks, all these old files, all that and.
Do you go back to them though? Like, are you stuck for? I've got this melody, I've got this chord progression, but I can't think of any words. Will you actually go look at them, or is it?
I do, yeah. Some more than others. Some it's great. I'll just, I'll get an idea, or I'll be driving. Half my life is driving, and I'll get an idea in my head for something that, oh yeah, I liked that, and I'll start going over it in my head, and maybe I'll get one line from it, and I while I'm driving, make sure I get that down or whatever.
Or voice memo.
There's a lot of that and a lot of notes, and and it's just some of them, like I said, some of them take years. Some of them you don't get. Some of them I have some of them I really feel like aren't ready to come out until they are. It's almost and not to be too hoity-toity about it, but sometimes it feels like you have to live into them or something. I'm not ready for that yet. I'm trying and I'm beating my head against the wall and I just can't get the thing that I want. And then for some reason a few years later or whatever, I open that up and it's oh no, I know what this is. I get that. It doesn't happen all the time, but it's happened.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
rewarding.
nice.
It's the best feeling in the world to writer, what was the quote is writers don't want to write, they want to have written.
Yeah. That's such a good point.
It's such a it's anything to avoid the actual writing.
Oh,
but when you do it, it's, anytime I show up to it with any kind of discipline too, and just show up and put in some time, put in some hours, or if I have a deadline, especially okay, we're going to make the record. So at this, so I have to really have my
I need to write
together.
9 songs.
Yeah. And I have the ideas. I know what I want them to be, but they're not finished. So I have to show up and do it. Anytime I do that and show up with regularity, that good things always happen.
Yeah.
But I don't always do it.
So you're not one of those guys that gets up, because I remember listening to Todd Snyder talk about this. He'd get up every morning and he would just write, free write.
Yeah, that's the artist way thing too.
Yeah.
That's good for you. I will do that at some point, but I don't do that.
I tell myself
I have 2 copies of that book and I've never done it. But that's but that's so good for you.
I'm sure. Well, you hear people talk about it all the time. Just set a timer for, I don't know if it's 10 minutes or 15 minutes and just write about whatever.
Yep.
And I guess the idea is that it's going to the gym and building muscle. If you do it a little bit every day, you keep the muscle strong. But
absolutely. There's a thing called object writing too that I've taught, that I reteach. It's Pat Pattison does it, this famous songwriting teacher. But object writing is specific. You get just a word to start you off, and it's all sense driven. It's all sight, smell, taste, touch, hearing, and inner and outer sense. And you just go by the senses. You use that as a jumping off point. You can go back to the word or whatever, but you just free associate it with that. It doesn't have to be complete sentences. It doesn't have to have a theme. You just go back to the senses.
Huh.
What does this make me think? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? And it really, the more it's the same. You do 10 minutes a day. It really works.
Huh.
And you do it in the morning usually, and then by doing that you strengthen those sense. You have a lifetime of sense memories in you. You have like all these things that you've lived through. You know how certain things feel and look and smell
Right.
and there's just infinite possibilities. But the more you tap into those, it's like the more you can just sort of dive down deep and get these little sense memories. And that's like that's the stuff that really makes a song like just sort of shimmer, and it's those unexpected things or little details or. Paul Simon tossed me a cigarette. Yeah. I think there's one in my raincoat. I don't know what that has to do with the song America, but I love that line. Great. I'm there. I can smell the cigarette and feel the raincoat. It's like there's just so sensory, And then you have these bigger themes that sort of balance it out. And I love that.
There's people like Prine was a master of that too. Mm-hmm. Like the most simple, I think my goal in life is to write a song as good as Dear Abby, and it's such a simple. There's nothing profound in that song. It's not like it's not like Dylan's "Look, our mom only bleeding" or whatever. It's
I know what you mean.
But it's
totally.
It's just like John Prine. I think was the master of that's such an easy idea.
That's the hardest thing to do.
Oh my God!
It's simple and deep.
Yep.
It's so. I was on Cayamo Cruise once, which is like music festival, folk festival at sea kind of thing. And Prine was there. I walked into the artist's lounge one night, and it was like John Prine was at the bar. Just like I had no interaction with him, but just remembering with John Prine standing at the bar. But he played, and Greg Brown was also on the cruise.
Oh yeah.
I saw Greg Brown play a set, and Greg Brown in his set was like, John Prine's here. He's like his songs are like a little rowboat that's in need of a paint job, but it holds multitudes.
Oh my God,
that's it.
That's
like this little simple seeming thing, but it's like so deep and could just hold all of us. That's that's the ultimate.
Yeah. Oh, that guy was like. I mean, you put John Prine in a room full of the best songwriters in the world, and they're all in awe of him.
Everybody looked up to Prine. Yeah,
it's crazy. Yeah, it was
so Todd too. It was like, what a loss, man.
Actually, can we? So I'm a huge Todd Snider fan.
Yeah.
And when Steve was introducing Ryan to come to the stage and sing, he said he shared the stage with, I don't remember the other names.
Yeah.
I heard Todd Snider, and this is a few weeks after Todd died, and I was like, what?
Devastating, man.
Yeah.
I toured with him 2 years. It was 2023, I think. It was only just over 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe 22. I did a tour with him.
That must have been like...
It was a dream. I knew it in the moment, and you knew how special it was to get to do that and get to watch him every night, and just it was amazing. It was Todd and his guy Brian who helps him out, and me and my guy Derek who was touring with me who helps me out.
Yeah.
4 people total, band and crew for 2 acts, putting on a show at these theaters every night, and it was a dream, man. He was brilliant. I hung out with Todd twice, and and I'm devastated by his passing. That's how sort of like just special he was, and so I don't pretend to know him better than a lot of other people, but he seemed kind of like that. It was like he made you feel like you knew him, and I just had he was something else, man. Yeah, I first met him at a Black Crowes show. My buddy tour manages the Black Crowes, and so he set us up at SPAC, and we're up on this platform side of the stage, and it's just me and Todd Snider, me and my friend Todd Snider and his friend.
Oh my God!
And I knew who he was, and I just went up to him and was like, "Todd, you're great, man. That's it." And he's like, "Oh, thank you very much." 2 hours later, after the show, he's leaving. He comes up to me and was like, "Hey, Ryan, it's really nice to meet you, man. Thanks so much." It was like he didn't have to do that. I was just some schmo, I went and saw him at Higher Ground here, bought a ticket. Didn't tell anyone I was going or anything. His guy, Brian, came up to me and was like, "Hey, thanks for coming, man. Todd wants to say hello to you. Go say hi to him in the bus after." And I was like, "What?"
Wow.
So I went in Todd's bus. Man. He gave me a Alan Watts book. Just, I want you to, it was just like, I had this. And it was just super sweet. And he was like, "Yeah, we should do some shows together sometime." And I was like, "All right." People say that kind of shit all the time. But it's like, it never works. Next thing I know, I'm on tour with him. Like,
that's amazing.
And it was just, it's hard to talk about because I barely knew him, but I'm so sad he's gone. He's like so special.
he was I shouldn't say I never met him. I kind of met him. I didn't know who he was when I met him, but yeah, I like celebrity deaths don't usually.
Yeah.
But when I read that, it was like Sunday morning that I read, and I'd been following the stuff that his people were putting on Facebook.
I still don't know exactly what happened, but there was a lot of drama at the end there.
I could say though, and I don't think Todd would disagree with this. He died in the most Todd Schneider way possible.
Yeah,
like,
which could have. He could have.
I mean,
he could have died a lot of times.
Oh yeah,
sounds like.
Yeah, but I mean, it was like it was crazy and it was suspenseful and it had drama and it was weird and like you couldn't picture him like in a nursing home or anything, you know. But,
no.
But yeah, that was a tough one. I bet that was like just watching him every night. Like
that was amazing. He would play a lot of the same songs, but he would have different. He was such a storyteller. His songs were brilliant, and he was just a great performer. He would every night we got to watch him just tell these different stories and just pull out different things, and then didn't hang out with him that whole tour. I would see him, say hello, see him walk onto the bus, but he didn't really. He was just kind of keeping to himself on the bus, you know.
Yeah.
And then the last night went on his bus again, and he had like, I forget her name. There's a woman who's a famous old groupie from like the 60s. She's like in her 70s or 80s now, and her and Todd are just friends. I forget her name. But she was like, my buddy knew who she was. I was like, and so we're just hanging out and yeah, smoked a joint with Todd on his bus and like, and he was like, so gracious, you know. And he was a specimen of a dude. He looked kind of like almost wispy up there. He was he's a very gentle presence, but he was, when you're up close to him, he was like he used to play football. He was a big big jaw, like he's just a specimen of a person. But what a writer, too. And his book is great. He gave me a copy of his book and wrote down his AOL email address in it and told me to email him. He's like, this is how I keep in touch with my friends. So we would email.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And, he was in that tradition of Prine and Jerry Jeff Walker. And he had stories about opening for Prine. And,
I one of my regrets is that I did not buy tickets to that Higher Ground show. Because I was like, I can't remember. Was it in the middle of the winter, or
I think so.
Or something.
I remember it being cold. I want to say it was like in November, but
I was just like, I'll catch him next time.
Sure, he always toured.
Yeah, and I never really. So my story, I think I told you this in St. Albans, is that I had some friends living in East Nashville, and I was walking by his house. I didn't know who this guy was out. He's out there mowing his lawn with one of those. It's not a gas mower. It's and he's just like, hey man, and I'm like, hey, and I don't even know how the conversation started, but he said, I'm Todd, and I said, I'm Todd too. Oh, right. And I'm playing down at the. It was either the French Quarter or the Lipstick Lounge, or there was a few of these places in like East Nashville. This is before East Nashville became... Todd made it cool. Mm-hmm. This is before East Nashville Skyline came out. Mm-hmm. So he's like, hey man, I'm doing a show tonight. So my friend Hawk and I went down. We watched the show. I'm thinking, man, this guy's freaking great. Like 6 months later, Rolling Stone magazine, I see the East Nashville Skyline review, and I'm like, that's a freaking guy, right? And that's where I really became a fan of it. I bought East Nashville Skyline on a whim, but he's the best. And we if you don't know who Todd Schneider is, shut this show off right now. No, don't. Wait till it's done, and then go check out Todd Schneider.
He pulled moves over his career. Just reading from his book, it was like just the balls in that guy to do certain. He would have a huge major label deal. And just have this big show. The whole industry's there for him, and the label and all this stuff, and the vibe's not right, and he's like, forget this, and just walks out and walks down the street, or like gets on Jimmy Buffett's label. Jimmy Buffett really championed him and stuff, and he's on tour opening for Jimmy Buffett at Shed Arenas and stuff, and then it was like not feeling it and not into it, and he played Margaritaville in his opening set, opening for Jimmy Buffett, like just stuff you would never have the guts to do. Like he just was, true to himself.
Yeah, that's definitely an unwritten rule of
you don't
being
do
an
that.
opening act.
But I love that.
Like, hey man, listen to this verse. I probably would like Todd's version better.
I know.
I have no idea how long we've been talking because I didn't take I didn't look at
See when we started?
Yeah, I didn't look to see when we started, but I'd like you to sing another song and then maybe we'll get a few more things in and then I'll leave you be because I'm invading Ryan's house here.
It's good to have you, man.
Come down
take
here.
Simon for a walk.
I make him make coffee for me. I'm like, hey,
and I'm making it anyway. All good.
While you're tuning, that a Collins guitar?
Collins, yeah.
It's a beautiful guitar, man.
I love this thing. Has been a workhorse for me for years.
I've heard so many good things about Collins.
These are so good.
It looks like it's been around the block a little bit, man.
It's a sad story. It's just because cosmetic here, but it's I love this guitar. This thing's been a tank.
That then your main.
This is kind of my number one, yeah.
Is that a Fishman Rare Earth? What kind of pickup is that in there?
I think that is Rare Earth in there. It's got the mic and the mag, and it's got an undersaddle too. And I sort of run them stereo through a great preamp, and it took me years to kind of dial that in. But
I think that's what Peter Mulvey uses I believe, right?
I would believe it. Peter knows what he's doing, so
yeah.
I finally met him because we were both these road warriors that are just always on the road. So
both from Massachusetts. He's from northern western Mass.
Is that where he's from? Yeah, I know he's
Northampton-ish, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Mm-hmm. But he's we finally a few years back did a show together.
Nice. He's a badass guitarist.
He's
man.
Great. He's a great writer.
Yeah, he tunes his guitar to drop A. I think
you could do that.
No, I don't even know what he tunes to, but man, that's one of my favorite things is when he's playing and he's just he hits the low string and it's just it's crazy.
The lowest I've gone is I think drop C or something.
Yeah.
It's hard to get too low on these things.
I tune my guitar down a full step, so I'm in D standard. So if I go to open D, then it becomes an open C. But I can't imagine going much lower than that because the strings are.
Yeah, you need.
But Mulvey, man, he just there's one of his albums called Notes from Elsewhere, and he just recorded a bunch of his songs, just him and an acoustic guitar. Mm-hmm. So good, and when you're listening to it, he'll just hit that low string, and you just and there's fret rattle and all. It sounds like crap, and I love it so much.
Sometimes that's the best though. Put some grit in there,
Oh man.
Records in general are like that, where it's you don't want to polish up things too much. You got to leave some of the humanity in there.
But the tendency with the computers and everything,
it's like a main pitfall. You got to really watch that, because you can really just scrub up everything too much.
I think Joe Walsh said if they had Pro Tools when they were recording, they'd still be working on Hotel California today.
Sounds right?
Back then it was just yeah, man, you don't have any more tracks.
They also played, we know this now. The people are making great records now too, but people played together more. You know what I mean? You really want that reaction of people to each other, and you just get a great take of something, and then you can definitely overdub stuff, but you want to catch some lightning in a bottle or something, and you can't sort of scrub out every mistake, which you can do more easily now. Hey, Simon.
Oh yeah. There's Simon. Simon's been on the show in the background, just chilling.
Let me take him out soon.
Yeah, we won't be much longer, Simon, I promise. What song are you going to do for us?
I was going to do Brightside.
Oh, yeah. This is your, one of your hits?
Yeah, it's a hit by my standards, sure.
All right.
It is. I was looking for a bright side moment since about the day I was born. Always headed for a bright light, wondering what it might have in store. Through the dark of the dead-end roads and the people who are nowadays in, left myself alone again with me. And I was looking for a bright side, mama, when you took me in, you set me down slow. calm my nerves, ease my mind. Then you hit me with the evening, show me what the real thing is. Bright lights I'm blinding, and I need reminding that my light shines bright, yes, when I see the bright side of you. I was looking for a way out of the maze in those crazy days. Hung around long enough to peek out of the shade without changing my ways. I'm a champion, a prize-fighting lover, and I'm covered up with wounds from the war. But I'm yours if you want me, I'm yours. And I was looking for a bright side, mama, when you took me and you set me down slow. You calmed my nerves, eased my mind, then you hit me with the evening, show me what the real thing is. Bright lights I'm blinding, and I need reminding that my light shines brighter, yes, when I see the bright side of you. The bright side of you, good, yeah. When I see the bright side of you. Your eyes get blinded, trying too hard to find it, and I get excited, yeah, when I see the bright side, when I see the bright side of you. The bright side of you, yeah. When I see the bright side of you. Right side of you.
See, I remember the class.
It's
It's a great song, man.
Thanks, man.
I was listening to some podcast, and you were talking about how you recorded that song or maybe that album, but like it sounded like a different way of. Mm-hmm. Did you record it and sing it at the same time?
Yep, it's all live. That's Mark Howard. So Anders Osborne produced that record. Mm-hmm. He's great, incredible artist, singer-songwriter, but he was an amazing producer for it. And he brought in this guy Mark Howard, who's this famous engineer who was like Daniel Lanois' engineer for a couple decades and does his own stuff. He has a very specific U-track. We did that whole record in the control room in this beautiful studio with a church and a pipe, like a grand piano. We didn't use any of the beautiful studio. We used just the control room. Yeah. And it's coming out of the monitors live while you're tracking there in the room, and he balances in such a way he gets this like shimmer.
So it's like when you're on stage and you're hearing yourself through the monitors.
Mm-hmm. Which usually, recording, you're like, you need isolation, you don't get that. It's like, no, this is all like, and it was a beautiful way to record because it was like you're just free. There's no headphones, you're just hearing it perfectly. And he sets up a nice ribbon mic and I think like a 58 and just like, he has this thing that he does and he mixes it all live on the fly. And, I'm proud of that recording. It's a lot of
Sounds
stuff
great.
You hear your own record and you're like I could have done that better or something. That one I'm proud of that record.
Where'd you record it?
That was in New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's called Esplanade Studios.
It sounds cool. I heard you talk about that and I was like, what? Like I gotta ask him about that because I don't quite understand how you don't get feedback, but it must be he's figured out some way of.
He has a very specialized thing, and it really you can it kind of breathes, man. It
sounds great.
Yeah, I'm a terrible engineer myself. That's why I hire people who can do that kind of stuff, and I'm just like, that was. And Anders was a great producer. That guy does not half step a note of the music that he makes or plays. He's puts his spirit into it, you know.
Yeah, and he's adamant about performing it. Like, what if you wanted to track just the guitar and then sing after? Would he be like try to convince you to do it live?
No, he would be fine. He's such a cool dude. Like he would, if that's what you wanted to do, he would probably roll with it, or they would have found a way. It wasn't strict, you know, but they were very cool at leaving it. Like, if left to my own devices, like I'm saying, I would have polished things up. Or I have one that's on there that I was like, it was the first take. I wasn't even ready yet, and I screwed up the chorus, and I'm like, or it was a second take, I think, and they were like, that was it, and I was like, you guys are crazy. That's not. I have this whole thing that I had the stomp box thing that I do, and I was gonna like, and I had this this like thing, and they were like, okay, and they let me do it. Then the next day we listened back, and I was like, yeah, you guys are right. Like, that's what you need a producer for. You need that other voice to, like, because you're in the trenches. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in artists not producing their own stuff for that reason, because I think you can.
I think you can do it. Like, I produced my last record and stuff. I produced this one, you know, but I'll go back to having a producer again. Like, yeah, there's no. It depends on the project. You can do your own stuff, but there's something to have that other objective voice that is not you, that you trust.
Right, and you're going to be your worst critic too, right? So, like, if you cleared your throat in a different place than normal, you might be like, oh, I got to do that again, and somebody objectively from the other side could be like, no,
that's what they did. They were like, no, that's it, because it's
to
them it's told a story, and it's like they allow the, you know, leave the air in the room, like leave the little, sometimes those what you think is a mistake is like the life, the humanity that's in it that makes the thing breathe, you know.
Yeah.
So I tried to apply that. I did produce it myself, the last record and this record, but I was with my friend James, is a great engineer, and I've made a lot of records at this point, so it's this balance of like polishing up what may need polishing, but also leaving in stuff and letting it, even something that makes you uncomfortable at first, of like, we're going to take that out. Maybe I'll leave it for a little while and keep listening to it, and maybe it grows on me.
Let it be human, and
it's just trying to find this balance of that.
Well, if you listen to Neil Young's Harvest, like the very first song, Out on the Weekend, somebody trips over the mic stand. Like, you know that sound, right? You hit the mic stand and there's a mic on it, and you hear that. Like, it's the first like instrumental break, and it's so clearly what that sound is, and it makes me laugh so much that. But I love it. Like, if I heard that song without it in there, I'd be like, wow.
There's all kinds of the Zeppelin stuff. Like, you can hear Bonham's like kick pedal, I think, squeaking or something like that. The stuff like that. It's leave it. It's
Let the humanity.
It's working. It worked.
Yeah. Let the humanity.
But there's, you know, some stuff you want to clean up. There are mistakes or whatever. You know, it's just kind of knowing that balance.
Yeah.
Such as life. You know, you got to know when to sort of be truthful with yourself and be hard on yourself and obey the hard truth, and when to be compassionate with yourself. And there's a balance there. Yeah. If you're too compassionate, you just let yourself do whatever, and you know. And if you're too truthful and hard on yourself, you're going to be miserable. You got to find that balance.
It's an important life lesson right there. These are life lessons with Ryan Montbleau.
Trying. Learned some. Still learning.
Along the way. Oh my God, me too, man. I haven't learned enough of them.
No. Well, we'll learn more. Don't you worry.
Oh, good.
They're coming.
I don't want to keep you too much longer, but I have a couple more questions.
Sure.
I just wanted to comment on like your technique. You have a very unique way of playing the guitar, which I think is really cool. Like it's percussive. It's self-taught, or is it?
Yeah, I've gone over that slappy stuff. The first song I did is that just kind of came from just playing the guitar and just keep beating on the thing, and that's how it came out for me. Yeah. And then over the years I've gone back and just taken lessons when I can and learn. So it's like it's informed and stuff, but it's just kind of sitting playing the guitar for a long time now.
I've been listening to a lot of Ryan Montbleau to prepare myself for this interview, and
it shows.
I'm so good at interviewing people. If you know somebody that needs to be interviewed, call me. I gravitate towards the stuff, not just with you, but with any artist. When I'm first listening for their music, I go and try to find the most acoustic album of theirs I can find. and you have these albums called Stages, and I believe one of them was done at Passim. I don't know if they both were.
No, some tracks were done at one. One was all from Passim, but yeah.
And the album that Bright Side is on is mostly all acoustic, right? It is all acoustic. There's a little bit of extra instruments in there, here and there.
Yeah, and that's all Anders adding stuff, but there's not a cymbal on that whole record. It's a very acoustic record, yeah.
But I love doing that, and you hear those little, like, there's this flourish in 75 and Sunny. I don't know musical terms. It's a quadruplet.
I wouldn't know what to call it either, but I know what you mean.
Know,
it's like a little trill or something.
It's cool. It's like a unique, it's like every guitarist has like their sound. So I don't know. I like your style of playing guitar. It's cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, man.
It just came from playing and playing and playing and playing, you know. It's like, it's not...
How many shows a year do you do?
Less now, but I mean, I used to, like I said, I used to do 200 a year for a decade solid, and then since then it's been 150 a year for 12 years. I mean, it's a lot of shows.
Yeah. So
a lot of shows. It's still, it's probably 130 now or something. I don't know. I've been a road dog.
Yeah.
One room at a time, you know. Martin Sexton was a big influence on that. Like, when I was first starting out, I heard Martin Sexton, and I read, like, that he just one room at a time was his, like, kind of ethos, and he sold 100,000 CDs out of his trunk or something, like, at the time, you know, and I was like, that is what I want to do. Like, that's the, you know, and so, yeah, that's been the kind of, the job has sort of been like, well, there's no, I've never had like a big record deal or anything. Not that they even happen much anymore, but it's always like, well, I can go get gigs and try, you know. But then it's hard. You spend so many years trying to get gigs that then you get them, and then it's a challenge to, like, you have to say no to stuff, like, you know, like, you have to learn, because it's hard. So it's still, you know, I think I'm figuring it out, a little balance with my life.
Sure.
But it's the best job ever.
I can imagine. I don't get to do it as often as you do, so, you know.
I love it. It's nowadays the travel hurt. Like, I have arthritis in my hips and lumbar spine I've just been driving. I'm like a trucker I'm just driving for decades now. Yeah. And flying and whatever else and lifting, you know, and it's that part. I still do it. It gets harder. It hurts more. But but I get to show up at these little bubbles full of people who care about what I do and are listening and are buying tickets and it's and that part gets better and better and better. I appreciate it more and more.
Like, the work is the actual travel part, right? The performing is
they say what you play for free, you get paid to travel. Yeah, so, it feels like that.
Here come the dork questions. So all the non-guitarists are going to be like, ugh. How often do you change your strings when you're out on the road?
Not often now. I used to have to, like, change them every 2 gigs because I would break them. One time I broke 3 in a 45-minute set.
Oh my god!
Years. This is 2001 or something. I used to just play it so hard. Now it's like, I leave them on a couple months at a time.
Do you really? Even like,
it's fine.
Like when you're out on the road for like a month, you don't have.
Sometimes I'll change. You mean? Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. It's. I mean, they can last that long now, and so not too often, but I used to all the time.
I love having this conversation with professional musicians because I'm like anybody else. I follow some Reddit subgroups, you know, and so I got my dream guitar, the Gibson J45. I wanted it my whole life. I finally got it. And I didn't realize when I bought it that it's short scale. So I'm like, why can't I tune down a full step on this? So I joined all these groups. And all these acoustic guitar aficionados make me laugh about, like, they put their strings on in, like, sealed chambers and they wipe them down with baby oil and I'm exaggerating, but like,
I know what you mean.
It's so crazy. And then they're spending like $400 on specially made capos. And then, like, every time I talk to a professional musician, it's
whatever.
A Kaiser capo.
Yeah, I used to use Shubs. I had different ones. I went back to that.
No, Kaisers are the best, right? Like,
it's great.
And they're $15 if you lose it. It's so funny, man. Like,
it is. Yeah.
I seen the J45 has.
That's what I did that record on. Anders had one.
A J45.
J45. I'm pretty sure it was a J45. Old Gibson, and I did the whole record on that.
No way. Yeah, man. There's
They have a thing.
there's a sound to them, and their nitrocellulose lacquer, like it's crazy. When it's new, it just clouds up, and like you gotta wipe it down. But like people, it's like, oh my god, I got a scratch on it. What do I do? And like, oh my god, you use toothpaste and the sandpaper, and you can buff it out and you bring it here. And like, I always wear long sleeves when I play the guitar, so I don't. And I'm like, it's a tool, man. Like,
I know that's that thing you can see. It's not pretty.
you
I need
got
a
a crack
guitar
right
I can
down
sort
the
of
middle
throw
of
against
it.
the wall, and the first time I had friends that I bought that at a great music store, the Music Emporium in Massachusetts years ago. They had a pre-war Martin. Brazilian Roseword,
those things are worth
early
like
40s or something. I mean, those are
50 grand or something.
Yeah, at the time it was 35 grand. Now it's probably 60 or so. Yeah. And I was like, and they were like, "You want to play it?" I was like, "Oh, okay." Like, oh my god, you're gonna let me play this thing? As soon as I got it in my hand, I was like, "Oh, dude, you could throw that thing down the stairs and it would be fine." It's
Really?
so well made, and it had scratches. It's like whatever. The thing is so awesome, and I can't. I don't like to have a guitar that I have to treat like a museum piece or something. I mean that guitar I wouldn't, it's so sought after. But that's why. It's because it's so well made.
Do they really sound a lot better?
I've
never heard one.
Oh my god, I'll go to like Carter Vintage in Nashville, and it's like you can just pick up $150,000 guitar off the wall and play it, and it's they are. I mean, the money stuff gets a little crazy because they're. Is it that much better? It's not. The math doesn't add up, but those are sought after because they sound so awesome. They feel so awesome,
and they're rare.
Yeah, and there's newer one. This is a newer guitar. I love this guitar. I love but I've seen like what you were saying about pro players or whatever. I saw one of the best guitar players I've ever seen in my life was Jack Pearson, who was in he was in the Allman Brothers for a few years and stuff, and it was the Roots Rock Revival. It's just like this kind of music camp, beautiful thing, and he was given these workshops, and it was like watching a wizard, man. And it was and they were like, what he's this very underspoken, kind of soft spoken, like kind of Southern gentleman guy. And he was like, yeah, I have this. He just had a Squire Strat. He's like, I got this one for $159. I like it because it's cheap and it's like light and whatever. And it's like that's what it's like. He doesn't need a $4,000 guitar. He just needs a $160 one that feels good. It's your fingers. It's the way a guitar player plays the guitar. They can sound like themselves on basically any guitar, kind of. You want a tool for your. This is a wonderful guitar.
It's a great
It'll be making sound longer than I will. But Jack Pearson could, the great guitar players don't sort of, it's not about the gear, it's about their fingers.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely something to, specifically with acoustic guitars versus electric. Like, the first time you play a high-end acoustic guitar, you do know what the difference is.
Yeah. It's weird at first. You're like, what the hell's it? It looks the same, whatever.
Yeah.
No, it is.
Oh, my dad used to say, like, I bought my first real guitar, it was a Taylor. And, and before that I was playing Seagulls or Ibanez acoustics. And my dad's like, nobody can tell the freaking difference except for you. And I was like, yeah, they can. But, the reality is my father's right. No,
in a way, yeah. But if you can, that makes a difference that you can, because you grow into that. You hear all this stuff people
you feel more comfortable.
May not consciously know, but they'll know. Like it's not like, and again, it depends on the player. It's not like.
Yeah.
It's like if you're just starting guitar and you get like a $3,000 guitar, it's kind of wasted on you until you grow into that. Then there is, it's like James Taylor's guitar is like a $40,000 Olson.
Yeah.
And that's great. He could sound good on anything, but he really makes that thing sing. And I love it. They're as far as inanimate objects, they're not in it. They're like breathing, living things.
I'm the same way, man. I actually was going to say this, and then I got off track when we were talking about writing. Like, a guitar on the stand, like it is right there, is such an inspiring thing to just want to pick up and play. Mm-hmm. But a empty notebook on a countertop,
daunting.
That sucks. Yeah. But like just picking up a guitar and playing is like.
I feel better when there's a guitar. When I walk into a place and just see a guitar, even if I play it or not, I feel better.
Yeah.
Knowing that there's a guitar there.
Yeah.
They're just so fun to have around. But then like writing can be fun too. You just have to maybe be more playful with it, or just writing can be fun too. But there's nothing like play. I need to feel like I go crazy if I don't play guitar for a few days or something. I'm not one of these huge I don't practice 10 hours a day, but I need to play.
Yeah.
My fingers need to feel what a guitar feels like. That's like the best feeling in the world.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. But you don't put it in a humidity. Well, humidity is important, but it's funny.
To each their own.
Dude, if you ever want to laugh, just go on Reddit and type in any high-end guitar, Martin D35 or Gibson J45 or whatever, and just read comments about these people cut tube socks so they can make an arm sleeve so when they play in the summertime, and it's like,
wow, sweat on it or something.
Yeah, because it clouds up. I learned that with the J45, but whatever, I've never seen a J45 that looks nice after 3-4 years.
Yeah.
They all have scratches on them. Old Martins, Now, here's the misconception, because you'll always have the people that'll be like, it's a tool, play it. Willie Nelson's guitar sounds great. Willie Nelson's guitar sounds like ass. It's Willie Nelson that sounds great. That guitar sounds terrible. But I think it sounds terrible. But
that is a Brazilian rosewood Old Martin too, right? Isn't it? That's
it's a beautiful
that's a sweet guitar.
Yeah, but
it's punchy. He uses nylon strings.
So many holes in it, though.
Yeah.
There's a great video on YouTube of the guy that is in charge of the guitar. When Willie comes off the road, he brings it to him, and he takes you inside it with a camera, and you can see all the patchwork and stuff. Amazing. It's crazy.
How amazing that Willie Nelson still walks among us.
I know, right? Yeah.
Incredible.
92,
I think.
92. Well, here's a good segue. This is my final question.
All right. Final question.
And then
final answer.
And then if you could sing one more song, I would love it. I'll have Ryan will sing us out. But here's my final question. This is one of my favorite questions ever. It's a little weird.
All right.
It's not that.
You know me.
If you had a time machine and you could go back undetected and protected. So I think this is a very...
So I'm not going to mess up the schism with the...
Yeah, this is a very important thing. If you wanted to go back and see
Space-time continuum.
Yeah, if you wanted to go back and see King Louis be beheaded or something, you can't show up in a t-shirt and jeans. People be like, who's that alien? Gotcha. So if you were undetected and protected and you wouldn't screw up anything and you had a time machine and you could go back and see any concert ever, what would that concert be? These are the things I think about at night when I'm all alone.
It's a tough one because there's so many.
I'll let you pick 3. It'll
perfect.
make it more interesting because one is really, really hard.
Because I don't know specific. It's just the artist. It's not I would love to go to Woodstock or something or Monterey Pop and see, but it's not. Right. It's not as much about the location, and it's more but the ones who come to mind are Jimi Hendrix. I had a dream once that I saw Jimi Hendrix live, and it was how amazing would that be? Yeah. Louis Armstrong.
Oh man,
I would love to see, and Django Reinhardt. I think would be just to watch that man play guitar, doing gypsy swing, doing gypsy jazz, that. But if I thought about it, there's a million more. But God,
I know, right? Yeah, I literally think about these things at night before I go to bed. I'm like, man.
Sure, that's what we do,
right? I can tell you my 3.
Sure,
they'll constantly change, but. When Elvis went back to Tupelo, Mississippi, the homecoming, that famous picture where he's...
The comeback thing? Or was that the... Or no.
No, he was brand new. He'd only had a few songs out. But he was born in Tupelo. He came back, they gave him the key to the city, and it's that famous picture where he's wearing black and he's leaned forward. I would go see that.
I would love to see Elvis.
Yeah. I would go see Bob Dylan break the Newport Folk Festival.
That would be something else. That is a moment in time,
And or one of
his...
You
gotta sit there where people boo him and that whole thing.
I know. Yeah. Or when he went to England and he did Royal Albert Hall, the first half folk, the second half boo. I think those are some of the most inspired Dylan performances when he's just with the band.
having your conviction to do. It's like Todd doing the. It's like he's going to do what he wants, or he's not going to do it. It's like
play a louder.
I couldn't. A lot of us might think we might have the guts to do something like that, but I don't know.
No, it's hard, man.
What's the other one?
I'd like to see the Beatles just before they got to the point where you couldn't hear the Beatles.
Beatles would be a good one.
Like the Either in the Cavern, or like when they first... Because nobody wants to see the Beatles when the girls are screaming so loud that
Shea
you can't
Stadium
hear.
and you can't...
Yeah.
Playing through the PA system.
Yeah.
Like the announcement PA.
I think those are the three, man. But but there's
Those
so
are good.
many. But there's so many great...
Yeah, I never got to see Prince. I wish I saw Prince.
God,
Yeah. But I saw D'Angelo.
You've got a song about
Saw
Prince.
Todd,
Some sort of about Prince.
pacing like Prince. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I always think that's a fascinating question for musicians, because it's like, if you could go see any concert, if you get access to a time machine, like, don't waste it with like stupid stuff. Like, go see a concert.
Go see a show. Go see a show.
Yeah.
Support dead live music.
Yeah. Support local dead music.
Yeah, I've always said that.
Yeah. I mean, these guys aren't making the royalties that they used to anymore.
No, they're dead.
Oh!
They need you to go see them.
We need to talk about that real quick.
What?
Because you're one of the only musicians I know of that has a different take on Spotify. And I think it's really interesting, because most independent musicians hate it, but you do not.
It puts me in a weird spot.
I shouldn't just say Spotify, streaming in general.
Streaming in general, but particularly Spotify, because it's the biggest. It's not like I'm not a lover of I love Spotify. Like, Spotify's a great organization. I mean, like, that CEO seems like not a good person.
No.
And it's not, and I know it's been really bad for a lot of people. But it puts me in an awkward position, because it's been so beneficial to my life, and it's just changed it allows me to not have to tour like a complete maniac, and I'm not rich, but I get a considerable amount of money for a guy like me off of my streaming, and I've gotten lucky. I've gotten placement on playlists and things like that, but I also have 23 years of grassroots touring to fall back on too, of like real listeners who support me too, and I cannot tell a lie that it's been great for me.
I remember you said that in St. Albans. I don't remember how that conversation came up, but it had really heated up around that time frame. People were like boycotting Spotify, and they were pulling their music off Spotify. Yeah. And I was just thinking, like, as an independent artist, like, before Spotify, you would have made no money off of your music. Unless a major market radio station was playing, or within
you sold it on iTunes, you sold CDs, you stuff like that.
Yeah.
iTunes was like more per track. I mean, it was like for a
true.
while the online digital thing was much more revenue from iTunes, because it was 99 cents a track, and streaming was like this thing down at the bottom, and then they switched, and now there's just so much more in streaming, and I mean, I have 200 million streams on Spotify or something. It's like...
Yeah, we were looking at your cover of Fast Car has like... Yeah, it's crazy. That number is so high. I don't remember what it is.
It's like 110 million or
yeah, it's crazy.
The record I was just leaving has the whole record. I was looking the other day, because I look at it, it's like, it's gratifying to see those numbers next to, knowing people are listening all over the world. But that record has like 60 million on its own. If it was just the cover that I did, it would have kind of driven me crazy. I would have still loved it, but it would have been like, the songwriter of me is glad that some of my songs too are listened to that much, and it's just been like a blessing. I get it, and I get why people take their music down and stuff, but I'm like, if I do that, it's really gonna you take your music down because it doesn't support independent artists. I'm an independent artist. It's gonna really hurt me to take it down from me. So it's like I can't do that. Yeah. Maybe at some point, if we get really better alternatives and stuff, but it's just, I gotta go where the listeners are. Yeah.
It's definitely like it's not the greatest thing on earth, but YouTubers make roughly. I mean, you have to have millions of streams to make a living on YouTube, but
I make nothing on YouTube.
No, me either.
In some ways, it's the worst, but I put all my records on there anyway because somebody will want to listen on there. And I've always done it. When it was CDs, I put a note printed on the CD like, "Please copy this and give it to your friends." It's just, listen. I need you to listen, and then we'll kind of figure out the rest later.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like I've never. 20 years ago, you can sell a CD, and you don't know if it ever came out of the cellophane, you know. But at least I suppose with Spotify, you see exactly how many people have listened to it, you know. Have you gone to a yard sale and seen your CD for sale? Because I have.
Yeah, that's a weird. Yeah, I think I've seen some online or something, but yeah, it's a weird thing. I still have them at shows and stuff. I have, if you want a copy of my CD, I can give you 1,000 copies of any of them. They're in the basement right now.
I want a CD. I want one.
Dude, I'll give you cases of them.
I don't need that.
In case you want to play them more than once.
My vehicle doesn't even have a CD player.
Perfect. Nobody does anymore. It's weird, but people want to buy stuff. I mean, we have lost something,
Yes,
I really am totally down, like the liner notes and the.
Oh my God, yeah. I did that as a kid. My dad's record collection. Sit down with like Michael Jackson's Thriller, headphones on, in the dining room, which was next to the kitchen while my mom was cooking.
By Quincy Jones. Who's that? Who's
right?
My God, this guy plays
and that
drums.
like cartoon drawing of like him and Paul McCartney fighting over that girl is mine, and
Girl is mine.
Yeah, that stuff doesn't. Yeah, that stuff doesn't exist anymore.
It's tough, man.
But I think, but
But it's like everything. It's. I'm not saying it should stay the same way.
No.
But at the moment, for like $11 a month or whatever it is, you have access to like all of recorded music at your fingertips, and it's kind of like that's kind of messed up. But I love music. Yesterday, I found a guy I've never heard. I started digging through his catalog. It's like there's all the time. There's just endless discovery to be made. I've found so many amazing. And people find me that way, and it's like it's just tough because there's so much of it. And as an artist, you're up against the entirety of recorded music. If people are listening to you, they're listening to you instead of
because they
Otis
want
Redding
to.
in that moment or whatever.
Right, because they want to.
So
I listened to 2 straight hours of Ryan Montbleau on my way here.
It's an honor.
I did. So you're welcome for that 12
Try
cents.
Otis Redding on the way home.
12 cents. Huh?
He's even better.
Otis Redding. He's all right.
He's all right. He's pretty good.
He runs.
Otis Redding was 26 when he died.
Was he really? Oh my God.
That's like, that guy's more of a man than I'll ever be. That was like...
26. He didn't even make the 27 club.
I know. Almost.
Well, how long have we been going? Oh my God. Well, this is the longest Coffee with Todd ever.
Well, I'm honored.
But I'm having fun. It was a good conversation.
We're doing good.
It's a whole bunch of stuff I didn't get to ask you, so we'll just do it next time.
All right.
How about you come to the Northeast Kingdom?
Yeah,
and,
I gotta make it up to the kingdom.
We'll have some pizza. And but anyway, do you wanna? Would you like to play us out? Oh, we'll have you play a song. Play a song, and then plug your social medias and your website. But play the song first. What are we hearing?
I was gonna do I Was Just Leaving. I have a bunch of newer stuff. None of the stuff I've been playing has been the stuff I've written in the last 10 years. But I have a bunch of stuff that I stand by. And I think I'm putting out my best records ever now, but these are kind of like these old mainstays.
When's the next solo record coming out? Where is that?
There's some solo stuff on this, band record.
Right.
It's still all me. I mean, it's not all just like the super souped up band thing. There's all kinds of different stuff on there. And then I don't know, probably due for another stages at some point in the next couple of years, or we'll see what happens.
Sweet.
The sun came up and the sun went down. I'm looking for reasons in my head again. Where are you now? Where you've always been? Far from where I am. Did I keep you there? Or did you run? Was it what I didn't do? Was it what I done? I've been hanging out alone, living on my own, just breathing. My heart's with you. Thought we tried to build a home Turns out I was wrong. I was just leaving like I do. Leaving like I do. Like I do. The words came out and they fell to the floor. And I'd pray to the heavens they'd go back in again. Such a simple solution. Turn back around. A little bit of sugar and we're good again. Did I talk too much? Or not at all? Something must be wrong with my head, 'cause I can't recall. And I've been hanging out alone, living on my own, just breathing. My heart's with you. Thought we tried to find a home. Turns out I was wrong. I was just leaving like I do. Leaving like I do. Like I do.
Yeah.
Yep. My heartache is your gain. I have funny stuff too. I should have done them after. I was like, as soon as I started, I was like,
You've got one.
happier.
Oh gosh, my brain is fried. But
It's because we've been talking for 4 hours.
I know. This is the longest show ever. Ah! Hold on. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It just cracks. Inevitable, or what is it?
I have an inevitable song.
Is it the one where you go, oh, bo, 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 or whatever? I love that so much because I'm like, I don't know if I would be confident enough to do that in a song, but it's so great because it's...
That's
it's
some
just
of the
like-
men, you just let, make a joyful sound. Make whatever,
Yeah.
if there's something you don't know exactly why you're doing it, but it feels all right in the moment, do that. Do that thing,
Yeah. We become, as we get older, we become too worried about being adult-like or proper or...
I'm worried about all kinds of things, especially these days.
Well, yeah. Well, things happen. But yeah, was it Jimmy Carr is a comedian? Do you know Jimmy Carr? He's like a British guy, and somebody asked him, like, how are you... No, were you funny as a kid? And he says, like, yeah, I was hilarious as a kid. We all were. He's like, because when we were kids, we were playing. And he's like, and those of us that are comedians or artists or musicians or actors, we're still playing. Mm-hmm. And that's why we do what we do. And
Totally.
But
You
it's
ever
true.
see Steve Poltz?
I love
Poltz will
Steve
just sit there and
Poltz.
make up 50 songs on the spot right now, and he's like, and it's like you see a little kid playing in the sandbox, they're doing the same thing,
And he's like
They're just
60.
because there's no restrictions. It's just like
Yeah.
I'm singing about this because the curtains do that. There's no
Yeah.
nothing held back, and he like does that at a professional level, and he makes these beautiful crafted songs also. But
He's
it's
amazing.
just spirit, man.
Every kid is an artist. Every person is an artist at first, until you're told you can't be.
Yeah, screw
You know.
that, man.
Yeah.
Whatever that means to you, people. There's all kinds of ways to create. You don't have to be an artist or a musician or a painter or whatever. You can be,
Yeah.
but create what you want to create.
Create, play, enjoy.
I still try to remember that, even as I'm a musician guy. You know what I mean? But I have to remember, like, okay, I'm creating this thing. Like, I don't,
Right.
Yeah.
Steve Poltz. That's a great name.
Love Steve Poltz.
Yeah, he's fantastic. I keep waiting for him to come to he has not played on the East Coast for so long that I might have to buy a plane ticket to go see him live.
He'd be worth it.
Oh yeah. How can people learn more about you?
My name's Ryan Montbleau, Montbleau, and I'm easy to find. any of the socials, however you listen to music, however you stream it. I have a website. I have all that good stuff. I'm very easy to find.
He's going on tour in February with Hayes Carl, but he does have some shows in Vermont at the end of February, the beginning of
March.
March.
Stowe at the end of February,
Yeah,
and then the band is going to play at Higher Ground in April.
Ooh.
In Burlington, and I'm always kind of making the rounds.
I'm gonna have to go check that out.
Come on down.
Higher Ground. Come on down to Higher Ground.
Come on down to Higher Ground.
All right, man. Thank you for letting me invade your house and
my pleasure, Todd.
see how long I could keep you here talking and you test your dog's bladder.
I know, my own too.
Yeah, me too.
I gotta take him out.
Yeah, we've drank a lot of coffee. Anyway, man, I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Maybe we'll have you back on soon. Well, sometime, not too soon. Next week, ladies and gentlemen. Well, no,
yeah, we'll just stay here talking until next week.
This is the show that never ends.
You didn't tell me that part.
It just goes on. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you that I live here now.
Oh,
No.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We got
Yeah.
room.
Sweet.
Do we just leave the cameras rolling all the time?
I think so. Yeah, it's
gonna get kind of intense.
It's a reality TV show now. Yeah. The worst part
Big
is
Brother.
we have to sit here the whole time. Yeah.
My bladder is going to explode.
Thanks, man.
Todd.
I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Man.
Ryan Montbleau, everybody. Thank you for watching Coffee with Todd. We'll see you next Sunday. Be safe. Be well.
Simon, how we doing, buddy?
Cheers, everybody.